Very weird.
T3 Media.
The media.
Mail. All right. What is the first question up for We Got Your Mail?
William Weber, in response to your first time watching Goonies, said, "So this is what Thanos was doing in 1985."
Oh yeah, old Brolin.
That's that. Yeah, dude,
He looked kind of mature for his age. He's always just kind of, you know.
He looked 30 years old in that movie.
I love that scene where he's riding the little pink bicycle after they tied him up to the chair.
I got so much grief for that being my first time ever watching Goonies, man. I had fun watching.
That's right. You hadn't.
I also saw Goonies for the first time this year at the drive-in.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So Sean's going to be mad at us. But yeah, that was it. That
Amy, if you don't, I know this is not normal. What year were you born?
1992. So.
Okay. Well, she gets passed then.
Thank you.
But Chris does not. Well, I'm going to say he doesn't get a pass, but I love him and he knows it.
Why?
I did pause briefly because side tangent real fast. This was such a nothing of a year that I'm like, I'm not hitting an old age yet, but maybe it's the time.
But
lying about my age.
One cannot hold you responsible for not seeing a movie, even if it's a classic, if it came out years before you were even born.
Oh, no, I'm just saying I briefly considered being like 95 because I'm thinking about just like pushing my age back at my next birthday because who's going to notice? This year was so
Let me see your ID, Amy.
Right.
Everybody gets a do-over. Amy still hasn't seen The Matrix, so, you know.
Oh, you haven't?
True. No, I haven't.
Oh.
But I was like a little young, and my parents didn't want me.
Yeah,
to
you would have only been like 7.
There's so many movies that I'm trying to get Amy to do a first time watching thing. She's like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm like, damn it.
That is not what I'm saying. That's never been what I said.
Did you ever watch Speed?
No.
Okay.
Jeez. Guys, come on the live chat. Amy, please watch The Matrix for the first time.
I'm fine with
I would
doing
say-
it. I just want to be clear that I was like a 6-year-old girl.
No, I would say watch the first 2 Matrix movies at least. Part 3 is kind of garbage, but the first 2 were pretty good. And the first one was really so different than anything that was out at the time, though.
Oh, and we missed something on for We Got Your Vote, but I'll bring it up.
I thought we'd do it on.
Well, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
I got to ask you a question, Amy.
Yeah.
Have you seen Terminator 2?
No.
Have you seen RoboCop?
Now you know why Sean hasn't been on the channel. Now you know why Sean hasn't been on the channel in a while. See, because he'll just waterboard you with over. Well, what about? All right, what's the next mail that we got?
So attacked right now. Joe Hell 67 in response to Tom Cruise's what do you even call it? Bit of a rant, bit of a freak out on the set regarding COVID safety.
That was deserved.
What's the deal? Cruise is right. There are millions of dollars on the line if someone gets sick on the set. Everybody is under stress, and sometimes you have to make things clear. I agree. Yeah, I think we were both very pro Cruise in that specific scenario.
Yeah.
So correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I believe that he's actually producing this movie.
Oh yeah, he's been a producer
for he's kind of responsible for the jobs of probably rough estimate 200 to 500 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when one of and this movie I think got shut down twice.
Exactly.
Now time around.
Now I believe you're just like, a spokesperson for Tom Cruise, and you're just
Okay, look, politics aside, all this bullshit. Excuse the language. If you were the boss and your company had been stopped producing whatever it produces 2 times, and you have a budget of $500 million on the line, and the jobs of 500 people, you're not just going to be like, hey, guys, it would really be nice if, you stop doing this. You're going to go out there and be like a general screaming at people. What is it going to take for you to understand how serious it is? So regardless of who said this, I don't care if it's Tom, I don't care if it's whoever, I agree with it. That was totally called for. And matter of fact, he could have gone more extreme with it, and I still would have said that was totally called for because he's trying to save all your jobs.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
It was.
No, and at the end of the day, it's like if someone wasn't, and I think I said when we talked about it on the show, it's like if someone, wasn't following safety protocol on a stunt or something, they deserve to be fired immediately. Like, it's just safety.
The lives are at risk. It's the same. That's a good analogy because lives are at risk. It's the same thing as a stunt. Yeah.
Yeah, guys. Yeah. I felt like, what was it? It was, I don't know if it was on YouTube or if it was on Twitter or something like that. It was somebody said that they thought that the whole thing was a setup. It was a stunt. But I was like, no, no,
he was pissed.
It was. I think it was on this channel. Like I think on that spotlight that we did on that segment when we segmentized that whole story. Somebody wrote in the comment and was like, "You guys are such idiots that like you could tell that was a setup that he's an actor that he was acting the whole time." Like, no. He that was not Tom Cruise, the actor. That was Tom Cruise, like you said, the producer, pissed off that investors are calling him on the phone. Are you going to have to shut down again after, like you said, 2 times? We're talking about millions of dollars on the line.
Hundreds.
That are just gone because of 1 or 2 or 3 guys that just feels like, screwing around and costing
fine.
No, you're going to get, they are lucky that the only thing that they got was yelled at. They didn't get fired. I think you said you would have fired them on the spot, right?
I would.
Well, I would have. I mean, if there are certainly similar things that like I said, if you weren't following protocol on a stunt, I don't know exactly what the nature of. I think they were just like not in the distance they were supposed to be. But especially, if it was a repeated offense and they weren't taking it seriously.
Tom was just having a
case. You don't
get
to work there. You follow the rules and you go. There's a million people who want your job. Tom got
a text from Katie Holmes he didn't like. God damn it! And just took it out on the nearest key grip. That's probably exactly what happened. But
he probably did fire somebody. But this was probably a lot of stuff probably happened off camera. But this was probably them. He probably got the entire crew on in one area and said, "I'm going to just lay the law down," and somebody recorded it. Yeah,
I'm only going to say this shit once, kind of a situation. Yeah, and but I think even in his rant, he was like, this is not the first time.
That's why I said I'm sorry, but I'm beyond apologizing.
Yeah.
That's just all there is to it.
I'll hear your logic, and if I don't like it,
you're effing gone.
Fucking out of here, man. He fixes his hair. That's a no. That's a Mike Epps joke. Never mind. I think Amy got it, but All right, what's the next one?
Anjalena, in response to George Carlin reaction, said the interesting thing is that science is discovering that there may not be any such thing as free will. They've done studies where they watched the reactions in people's brains paired with active participation by the subjects and found that the idea or urge to do something kicks off in your mind before you're consciously aware of it. What's being contemplated in these studies, among other things, is could we have done anything different, or if we could replay our lives, would we do the same things again? Anjalena, we're a media show. This is heavy.
That's deep.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. I was typing out.
Yeah, let me read this.
Hold on 1 second.
I feel like it's that movie Brave. Just if you had the chance to change your fate, would you?
I was.
Are we all just quietly processing?
I'm trying to understand.
Who wants to talk first, guy?
Is this a statement or a question?
Of wait, read which part of it again? Yeah. I was doing something else. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm a little slow on the uptake in this. I'm not sure if this is a question or a statement.
Is that if we could
basically explaining that there are studies debating whether or not free will exists and how the idea to do something is created in your mind and whether that's
I think that
conscious or
that would turn into
was this on
everything's pre-programmed in your brain anyway for millions of years of experience. So
was that on the George Carlin reaction?
Yeah.
Somebody, Anjalena just went off on the whole issue of free will. It was just so psychedelic. I'm like, maybe Amy will be able to figure out what she's talking about.
Oh, I'm a dum-dum, Chris. You know that.
But it just threw me for a loop. You just saw how we all were just like, and that's Anjalena.
I am not high enough to start trying to have that conversation.
Yeah, so, I didn't. Yeah, it's just monster in this time. I couldn't smoke enough to tell you exactly. Look, I don't know. I don't know, Ralph. I don't know. You know
Want to talk about Tom Cruise some more? We have another Tom Cruise comment.
Go for it.
Joe Ryan says Tom's mask is pretty cool. I want one. I wonder if he was wearing it while he was yelling.
Joe Ryan, you mean that guy that's in the chat, the live chat right now? That Joe Ryan. Joe Ryan, what's up, Joe? He's in the live chat right now. He's like being featured all over the place. That mask, I think we mentioned that. I want that mask. He looked like Bane.
He did. No, he really did. He's dope. I assume he was. I hope he was wearing the mask while he was yelling. That would be a real hypocrite move.
Put your mask on, Tom.
Yeah.
Who said that?
It's like, you know what, Tom? For one, you're not wearing your mask. 2, you need to go gargle. And 3, I'm going to talk to my agent about this. I feel threatened.
Well, like 3, I'm going to walk myself off this set.
Yeah, I think he was probably wearing this mask. The person that recorded it was definitely trying to be sneaky about it. I'm sure if Tom wasn't wearing his mask, I would have had the phone all in his face like, keep talking. Yeah. No, he probably had his mask on. But that was a cool ass mask. I wonder where he got it from. Probably had it specially made in the Church of Scientology. And he comes on stage, sounds like Darth Vader, like, oh shit, it's Tom. Watch it. With the low budget. No, but I just feel like Tom just comes out there, all 5'3" of them. It just comes out all of it. And look, and another thing. He's just yelling at guys that are like 6'8". He's got everybody all shook. But who knows?
We have another comment. I don't even know what this is. Mike Media Inc. says, at T3 Medias, I've done a lot of content with him. DM me on Instagram at Mike Media Inc. and I'll link you. Did we DM him?
Who said this?
I don't know. Chris, you sent me this.
Did you DM somebody, Chris?
I have no idea what we're talking about here. There's no
moving right along. I'm
no, I know. There's okay, so there's a We Got Your Mail that we did, and one of the questions was regarding another YouTuber, Jacob. I don't know how to say his last name. He's a funny dude. Was it Jacob? I don't know how to Buchanan. I forgot how to say his last name, but it's a person that I've reached out to once before, and I asked if he wanted to cameo on the guest on the show, and he's never reached back out. And the guy's like, "Wow, we're friends. I'll ask him for you." And I told him, I say that's not necessary. I mean, if he wants to be on the show, he'll say something. If he doesn't, maybe he doesn't want to be on the show. But this person says that he can make that collab happen. So that's, what was the name again? I was trying to find his Media
Inc. We don't need to
display it. Okay. I must have not made a thing on it. All right. What's the next one? My bad. I forgot to put the graphic up.
I'm Trom Player says, and I'm assuming this is a reaction Eric and I did together. Said, the way that dude is looking at you when you talk says to me that one of 2 things is going on. Either you love him or he's in the friend zone. As someone that's still watching Game of Thrones, I'd say keep your eyes open. Love the reaction, by the way. The safe word is flugelhorn. What's going on there?
Yeah, that was about you and Eric.
Okay.
So you want to explain who?
Totally friend zoned.
Yeah.
This is so uncomfortable.
Do go on.
No, he's my boyfriend.
Yeah, Eric and Amy.
Give me a frame of reference, because I have no idea what are you guys talking about.
Is Eric
my boyfriend and I did some reaction videos together.
Okay.
And I guess this person is commenting that the way Eric, my boyfriend, was looking at me, either
lovingly or
yeah,
in total awe of Amy.
So are they claiming it looks like you put him in the friend zone?
Yeah.
I guess so. Which is
his comment was like either this is her boyfriend.
Thing to do to my own boyfriend.
Right. Yeah. The comment was either this is your boyfriend or he's the guy that's definitely in the friend zone.
I'm gonna get up at our wedding and be like, I just love you like a brother.
Yeah. That's messed up. All right. What's next?
Joe Ryan again. Hey, Joe. In response to The Mandalorian, said, hey, Chris, I watched the finale with a bunch of diehard Star Wars fans, and they pretty much felt the same as you. A little disappointed, but overall happy with it. Happy with Jon Favreau. I've not watched any of the animated movies and series, Clone Wars and Rebels, so my friends don't care what I have to say. But from my perspective, learning everything now from the series, I was on the edge of my seat.
None of you guys saw that, have you?
No,
Am I
but
the
I know
only
who John Favreau is.
Am I the only Mandalorian fan here?
You're the only Fandalorian.
I think, yeah.
Look, me and Joe Ryan, we know what a good show is. That look, I was on the edge of my seat. I also heard that the Star Wars Theory guy was made fun of on YouTube by one of George Lucas's one of those executives up there. I forgot, Pablo Hidalgo or something like that. I don't know, but that's a story for another day. But man, that whole episode of Mandalorian was awesome. You guys need to catch up. There's a whole bunch of shows that I've been trying to get Sean to catch up with. He still hasn't seen the Daredevil, Punisher, none of this stuff. So now you know why Sean hasn't been here.
Fair enough. We got Frederick Little asking me, I'm assuming, any relation to Paul Newman. Just found your channel. Keep up the good work. I'm related to a Paul Newman, but not the Paul Newman.
That's why I picked this question. I thought about it. I said, watch. There is a Paul Newman in the
I think
family.
the spelling is different. The spelling is different.
No, it's not.
It's the same? Paul Newman?
Yeah.
Pawl?
Yeah.
What do you think it was, Sean? Pall?
WMAN.
No, yeah. I guess I was wrong. I thought it was NEU.
Wrong again, Sean. Anyway, what's the next question?
And Katie Bell, and I'm pretty sure that's a Harry Potter character, says, "Oh, Chris, you are funny."
You know what, Katie?
You're just making up people, Chris.
Look, Katie's good. Katie's good people. She knows talent when I pay her to comment about it. I forgot what video that was even on. She was just like,
You can't be bothered to remember.
It's just like just like I tell my fiance, it doesn't, you know, I don't care if you fake it. It doesn't. I just appreciate the compliment. So, Sean, what you looking at me like that for?
No, it reminded me when you got a shout out. When we got a shout out on another channel, and I forget what it was, but it was Chris was really clever with it. You know, they're reading like a questions, and it just basically was a shout out. Like said, here's a question from Chris at T3 Media, and like literally that was the entire question. Like he just wanted to get like a little.
Oh yeah, I made John. It was John Campia. I was on the John Campia show.
It basically got a plug on there. And there was no question.
It's just like here on this channel when we're live. If you send in a super chat or a tip, you get your question gets read live. And I sent in a super chat to John Campia, and I made his co-chair.
Lady.
I made her say this channel's my opener for a TV.
This is Chris from T3 Media. Yeah, she just kind of like she said, "This is Chris from T3 Medias."
Yeah, and then
she,
Sean,
and that was the entire thing.
John Campia was like, "Okay, and moving that." And if you know, that's still on this channel. That's this opener. I don't know if I can play it real quick. This right here.
Guys, this is
If you listen closely, you can hear her weird.
T3 Media.
It's still there. And that's Sean's voice going at the end. T3 Media, talking through the media. So that was it. Yeah, I sent in a super chat and I got John Campia to give a plug to this channel. I do that sometimes. I'm gonna try to do it again next week. It says, I'm just looking at the. Was that the last one? All right, guys.
I feel like you're waiting for me to read more things.
Sorry about that. That was okay. So that was the last question. I appreciate you guys. Remember, if you want to send us something for us to talk about on We Got Your Mail, just send it into the comment sections on any of the videos, whether it's one of the episodes or a review or anything. If you have, especially if it's a question, you send in a super chat or a tip in the tip link, we'll definitely put your question out here on We Got Your Mail, and we'll talk about it right here on the show. This is the first time in a long time that we've had Sean on here to react to you guys' question. So it was good to have you on. So
if you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe to the channel and please drop a like on this video. It really does help us. Also, don't forget you can turn on notifications so you don't miss a single review, react, why is that trending, or We Got Your Mail.